friends, I hope that you are all doing well. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hey, my name is Mahya. I'm from Iran, and on my YouTube channel and other social media platforms, I share everything about language and language learning. I am also a language coach. I have one-on-one online language coaching sessions with language lovers and language learners. And I've noticed that the problem that most of the students face while learning a new language is not them being busy or having a busy schedule or not being intelligent enough. Is the fact that they don't enjoy language learning. Growing up, I used to go to school in the morning, and right after that I used to go to language school. I used to study French, and then I used to go to Spanish class. So I would usually come home at around 10 p.m. That was really tough, and everyone was like, how didn't you get tired? Like, how can you even do that? That seems like a lot of effort. But I used to enjoy it. For me, going to language school was not considered studying because I was enjoying it. When you enjoy something, it becomes like a hobby for you. For me, going to language school was something super interesting. Like after the class, I would always feel much happier. I would just get a lot of positive energy from my teacher and friends. So it was a lot of fun for me. All I want to say is that you really have to enjoy the journey. You have to enjoy the process if you want to be a successful polyglot. Otherwise, I'm sorry to say that it will not work. There is this famous quote from Muhammad Ali. I hated every minute of training, but I said, don't quit, suffer now, and live the rest of your life as a champion. We all know that he was a champion. He reached his goal of becoming a champion. Listen, at the end of the day, we're all gonna die. Some of us die as a champion, like Muhammad Ali. Some of us don't. But the important thing, in my opinion, is to die as a champion who has actually enjoyed his or her life. I believe in journey before destination. What's the point of becoming a champion? What's the point of learning a new language if you did not enjoy the process? So do not spend your youth and your time, which is the most valuable thing that you own, suffering and not enjoying what you are doing and thinking about the destination. Oh, I still have 6 more months to study this language until I'm fluent. Oh, I still have 5 hours to study till I finish this chapter. Try to change your mindset and actually enjoy the journey. Sooner or later, you will end up speaking that language. But it's totally up to you to either enjoy the process or suffer. You may not be a big fan of language learning and you prefer to do something else that you enjoy more. But remember, instead of doing things you enjoy, learn to enjoy the things that you do. That's why I'm here with you today. I'm here with you to teach you how to enjoy language learning even though you are not a big fan of language learning. Let's get into it. Let me ask you a simple question. What is your hobby? My hobby is language learning. Your hobby might be playing football, swimming, or cooking. If you do not enjoy language learning, try to learn language with something that you actually enjoy, like your hobby, for instance. So my field of interest is entrepreneurship, language learning, business. So when I want to listen to a podcast, I usually go for things that are in my field of interest. For example, I listen to a podcast regarding business management. Or if I want to improve my French reading and I want to read an article, I go for an article which has to do something with business management. I enjoy listening to podcasts, as I mentioned earlier. So if you are busy and if you don't have enough motivation to actually sit behind your desk and study, you can simply do something else and listen to your favorite podcast. For example, when I clean my room, or when I cook, when I wash dishes, or when I'm in the gym, I enjoy listening to podcasts while working out or while taking my morning walk or cycling. So These are things that you can do while listening to a podcast. It's an amazing productivity hack that saved my life and helped me to practice different languages every single day while being super busy and having a full schedule. So I definitely and highly recommend that you guys put your headphone on and do anything that does not require your concentration and go around the house, clean everything, cook. If you're a mom, if you're a housewife, literally you can do anything and listen to podcasts at the same time and practice your language and enjoy it. Obviously, you can enjoy it. Why not? Instead of scrolling on TikTok, on Instagram, or on other social media platforms, listening and reading stuff that are written in your mother tongue, try to follow creators who speak your target language. So each country has its own popular social media platforms. Try to find those platforms, open an account there, and at least waste your time there. What I do is that instead of scrolling through TikTok where everything is in English, I scroll through Xiaohongshu or Douyin, which is in Chinese, and I learned many new words only by scrolling through social media. Even on Instagram or TikTok, try to follow creators that create content in your target language. For example, I follow many Arab content creators, many Spanish speakers, and I just listen to their vlogs or small stories. Even a small story can be a game changer and can teach you something. Why not? Nowadays, language learning apps are becoming more and more interesting. For me, it's like I spend hours playing with those apps and I never feel like I'm studying anything because it's so fun, it's so interesting. The design is always really interesting and it feels like a game. So instead of wasting your time playing Sims or other games, I'm not a big fan of games, so I don't know the names, but the only game that I know is Sims. So instead of playing Sims, maybe play on Duolingo. Content creation. Oh my God, I have a lot to say about this. Right after I started this whole social media thing, I started my YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Telegram, my website, my Chinese social media platforms. Right after I started recording my life and my language learning journey, it helped me a lot in order to improve in my languages. First of all, I was creating content in foreign languages such as English, Chinese, Arabic, French. So it definitely helped me a lot in improving my public speaking. So now, thanks to these videos that I make in English, I'm a better speaker of English. And once you share videos of yourself speaking in different languages, people can comment on your accent, on your pronunciation, and that can be like a free tutoring. Always appreciated when native speakers try to correct me or comment on my videos. In many cases, they compliment me. I enjoy it when Arabs, they don't believe that I'm not an Arab. Every time on my comments, people are arguing, no, she's Arab, no, she's from Iraq, no, she's from Lebanon. They're always arguing, and I enjoy it because I'm like, that's it. That's all I want from life. I want people to think that I'm the native speaker of that language. That's my ultimate goal. I want to be fluent in that language to the level that people think that I am a native speaker. So reading those comments inspired me and gave me a lot of positive energy to continue what I'm doing. But you guys, I'm from Iran. It's not my native language. My parents cannot speak Arabic. Trust me, please. If you're bored, if you don't have enough motivation to study your target language, just go find someone and study with them. Studying with people was the best thing that I did. Studying with people literally saved my life because for me, studying 9 languages is so difficult. I always have to, figure out how I can practice these languages, how I can implement these languages into my daily life. It's just a lot of struggle for me. I'm always struggling. I'm always struggling to practice these languages. But once I have someone with me with whom I can practice my French, or I have another friend with whom I can practice my Arabic, I feel less stressed out. This is what I always tell my students. Go find someone who is as passionate as you about language learning. Like most of my language partners, I found them through Instagram, through YouTube. Some of you even texted me, you wanted to practice Persian with me. I found a girl with whom I practiced French and Persian. So she was a French native speaker, and she found me through YouTube. So you can find people through social media or through the comment section of this video. So you can write your name, your age, your nationality, the language that you want to practice, and your native language on the comment section. You can fill out this form and comment this in here, and maybe you can find your language partner here, because obviously on my account there are so many people who are passionate about language learning. This might sound so basic, but if you don't enjoy language learning, just go to a class. Just register in a class if you don't have any issues with paying for a class, because that's what I did. At a certain point, I got crazy. I was like, I'm so bored. I have to study 9 languages, and all the languages I'm self-studying, and I'm always at home. I really want to go out. I want to see other language learners. So I registered in this Italian course. So maybe one of the reasons why you are not enjoying your language learning journey is because you're studying alone at home. And if you go out and if you find a language partner, or if you register in a language course, it will become more interesting and enjoyable for you. The most enjoyable way of learning a new language is by watching series and movies, but don't forget that your level has to be at least B2 if you really want to enjoy that. Otherwise, you will understand nothing. Sometimes you learn more words by watching series than reading textbooks. I love watching vlogs. The other day, someone told me that I have Texas accent. I was like, what? I have Persian accent. I do not have Texas accent. She was like, no, you sound like Selena Gomez. You sound like someone from Texas. I was like, that's not possible. And they were like, do you have friends from Texas? Do you know anyone? Do you talk to people from Texas? I was like, no. And then she was like, no, I don't know. Like, you sound like someone who is from Texas. Let me know in the comments down below if I sound like someone who is from Texas. Anyways. And then I realized that I follow Asad sisters, and I watch their vlogs. And I was like, maybe that's the reason. Because I'm constantly listening to their vlogs, maybe that influenced my accent. I don't know. So try to watch videos about anything that you like. For example, if you like cooking, try watching videos on YouTube in your target language. If you love, I don't know, if you want to learn about programming or Excel, Word, these are the things that I'm learning at the moment. I'm also learning how to design a website. This is my website, you guys. I designed it, so you can check it out. So I used to watch videos in my target language in order to learn how to design a website. And why not? Just try to do everything that you want to do in your target language. If you want to learn something, do it in your target language. Write your diaries in your target language. I know that these days, not many people write diaries, but for me, I write my plans, or I plan my life, I write my goals, and all of it, it's written in my target languages. I never write them in Persian. So if you like journaling, if you like to write your diaries, you can obviously do that in your target language. As I mentioned, in our life, We are not lucky enough to always do things that we enjoy. Sometimes we have to do things that we don't enjoy. But we do not necessarily have to suffer like Muhammad Ali did. Instead, we have to try to make things enjoyable for us. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know if there are other ways in which you enjoy language learning. I see you guys on my next video. Bye bye!